Jeff and Jeremy. It's like a radiogasm.
I said, hey, babe, check it out on the podcast.
Apple Podcast, Google Podcast,
And Spotify.
all this is going viral.
Here we go. Good morning. Somebody's going to win a $100 gift card this week. $100 to Smart and Final. Just text the word SMART. S-M-A-R-T. That is it. No signatures, no exclamation points, no hyphens. If you get a kickback that says you're entered in the contest, great. If you don't, then you did something wrong. Try again. Anyways, hope you become a big winner.
I'm trying to become a moderate winner right now. We got a gazebo up when we bought the house. It's the one with the birds that were
Yeah, I remember you telling me
making the
about that.
nest.
Sounds
They
nice.
made the nest, and the birds took off and took the nest down, and the birds are free, and they are moved on to bigger, better trees instead of my gazebo. And so I took it apart, I don't know, a month ago or so, and I've just been lagging on posting it on Craigslist. I posted on Craigslist the other night, Sunday night. Yesterday, I get an email, and in the post, I say, I'll be able to deliver it to you depending on where you live, because it's apart now, and it's a pain in the ass unless you have a truck or a minivan.
So you were thinking you were going to have a hard time selling it, so you thought you'd put a little cherry on top?
Yeah. I mean, I'm selling it for $125, and
Careful what you ask for.
it's $600. Yeah, exactly. Because I get the first response I get to it is, the lady says, she goes, how far are you willing to deliver it? And she just says, I'm in Glendale. I'm like, I'm not going to.
Where's Glendale?
Like I would recoup. Glendale is in like Burbank. Okay.
Yeah,
It's south of Burbank.
Okay.
And I'm not going to spend $200 in gas to sell something for $125. So I said, listen, you'd be better off buying it at the Lowe's down the street for what I would charge you for gas to deliver and time to deliver it down to you. You could buy a brand new one.
Or you can get off your ass and drive up here. Go rent a
Yeah,
U-Haul.
if you want to save that money.
How much is how much
not
of this
save-
thing's worth brand new? If you're selling for $150,
I think I saw a post. It was like $680 or something like that. So,
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously mine it's been out in the elements for a while. So I mean, like some of the sides on it are a bit weathered.
Yeah, it just needs to be
It
refurbished
doesn't
a
have
little.
mosquito nets like the one that they're selling now does. But it has everything else. It has all the sides and the canvases and the enclosures and blah, blah, blah. It's nice. It's sturdy. It's not my style.
It's good for somebody who lives within 30 minutes of
You
your
know
house.
who, yes.
Not 4
It's
hours.
Good. You know who it's good for? To be honest with you, it's good for that old lady that's got that corner of her yard that she wants to put up some lawn furniture in, but wants to sit in the shade, but doesn't have any shade. Perfect for that person.
Why does she have to be an old lady? Why can't it be
Because
a young
I just
lady?
picture it sitting around a garden. It's like sitting inside of a garden, And only old ladies are the best gardeners.
Are they?
Yes, they really are. Because they pay attention to the detail of it.
Very true.
I mean, the reason why I threw up succulents in my backyard is because I don't have to pay attention to the detail of it. You put them in, you check and see if there's any dead spots from time to time, and you cut them off. That's how easy it is. But anyways,
So you're still looking to sell this thing?
yeah, but
What do you want? 150
when I say
for
I'm
it?
willing to deliver it, I meant like maybe slow is like the furthest I would go from Paso Robles or anywhere in Northern County.
What about Napomo?
No,
Really?
Not gonna
You're
do
going
it.
to draw it there. What about Avila Beach?
the line is drawn at the airport in Slow because it happens to be near my work. So if it's near my work,
So
I can
Buckley.
justify. I could Buckley. What the hell's Buckley?
Buckley's the road on the other side of the airport. It's right off of 227.
Yeah,
it's the stoplight you hit right
could-
there.
yeah, I can-
You go left into the wine ring.
I could take it.
Tolosa.
I could
right?
take
No,
it out there.
Yeah, Tolosa.
Yeah, I go
Or
out
right
there.
on Buckley.
That's my shortcut to
But
Costco.
that's it. If somebody from the golf course wants it at the country club, they're going to buy a new one.
They're
But
not
if
buying
they-
mine. Oh, did you buy that used off Craigslist? Buffy, come on.
Yeah, I had a Paso Robles bring it down to me. It was
Well, you know,
beautiful.
Buffy,
He set it up.
she's
too.
a sucker for a deal, and she bought this off of Craigslist from some sap from Paso Robles.
Some minion from Paso de Robles brought it down. He did such a nice job, too. I offered him a soda.
Would you like a S. Pellegrino?
The hell is that? Just give me a Coke, damn it.
What's the S stand for?
Whoa.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
All right, there's a new poll out that's talking about Father's Day, what dads want. So if you're thinking about getting some of your dad or your husband, these are some things that they're looking for.
My wife asked me what I wanted for Father's Day. I said, you're not my kids.
What do you want for Father's Day?
What are you asking me for?
I'm not your kids either, but what do
I
you
want a foldable. Foldable.
I don't want anything.
I want a portable, foldable workbench.
Portable, foldable workbench.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Right now, I just have 2 sawhorses and whatever piece of wood that I can use, and I just want the real workbench. The real workbench but I want it to be compact. I don't want it to be static in the garage because then it takes up space. If I want to move stuff around, I got to worry about moving this workbench around. So I just want one of those portable ones. They sit about yay wide and tall, and you can fold it up and fold it into a nice little briefcase. Put it in the back of the van. Could do jobs on the go if I need to, which I'll never need to, but I can move it around my backyard easier that way. I like working in the backyard. I like making that noise for the neighbors.
So that's nice. My wife always asks me this kind of stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what I want. Everything I want is like, it's not really, it's too expensive. It's too much. Like everything I want is like $1,000. I don't need anything else.
What if she gave you $100 to save towards 10 times?
Yeah.
So like in 4 years, you could, after the Christmases and the birthdays and the Father's Day.
Everything I want is for the bass boat. Everything on a bass boat is expensive.
I don't know why you're getting for Father's Day.
I'm a dog father.
Okay.
She always gets me something. I didn't get her anything for Mother's Day though, so she said I'm out this year.
Yep. So then
which is fine.
You get $100. You don't get $100 on Sunday, but then you get $100 on your birthday, and then another $100 on Christmas, and then maybe Valentine's Day. You get $100, so that's $300. And then if you get her something for Mother's Day, then in turn you will get another $100. So by next year at this time, you could be sitting on $400, almost halfway to your goal of what you need to.
No, that's okay. I'll just go get it. I'm not that patient. I was thinking all the time. I'm like, gosh, I've been wanting this for like a year. For example, I want a new prop, and I've been wanting this for a year. And if I just would be throwing like $50 away, which is nothing, right? Every month. I mean, we'll go out to dinner and spend more than $50.
Yeah.
So I'll just put $50 away every month. I could have had it by now, but I'm not.
Well,
that smart.
what if you do that? And
That's why
then,
you should
and then
save.
You also get the $100 supplement. So this year, by the next year,
Bonus.
this time you would be able to buy it. The $50 and the $400. I mean, it's kind of goes
I'm a
back
hoarder.
to what your parents used to do with you.
Anytime she gives me cash, because I just never go to an ATM machine, and I have an ATM card and I could do it, but she'll just give me cash for some reason. She's like, hey, do you need any cash? I'm like, yeah, give me a $20. And I just put it in an envelope, and I have it saved in a secret hiding place at the house. And now I've got several $100s in there. So that is kind of my way of doing it, just taking way too long. Dad say number one answer, card or to spend time with their family. Only 28%, though, said they want to spend time with their family.
But that was the number one answer.
Yeah, I guess it was. 17% said they want some clothes. 16% are like you, tools, barbecue, that kind of stuff, something homemade.
But here's the thing: is I've told them. I said, listen, I want this one particular workbench, and you don't have to get it for me. Just let me buy it.
Why don't you just go buy it and say, there you go, guys, I got it.
I've done that.
Write it. Make me a card.
In fact,
make me a card.
I did that. When did I do that? Birthday? No. Maybe I already. Oh, you know what? I think I've already got my Father's Day gift. Cordless circular saw. I bought it. I thought that was for something else, though. Oh, no. It was, Father's Day.
Why don't you just go buy yourself what you want? You're an adult. You make a wage. You earn an income.
Oh, I will.
But why do you have to,
I'll
you're
get it
arguing
when
like, oh, maybe I shouldn't get one because I got myself a saw months ago.
Because I made the mistake of mentioning it because I kept getting pressed on it.
Is it because you have kids? Do you feel guilty if you buy yourself something?
And I was like, I guess I'm buying this workbench. I'm probably going to buy it. And
Do you feel
and
guilty?
then as soon as that came out of my mouth, I see the wheels turning. And I'm like, but you know what? Let me buy it because I'm afraid you're going to buy the wrong one.
Yeah, I know.
Because what they do is they spend up thinking that it's better. Because the one I want is like $90 and it will do the trick and it's got all the options that I want on it.
That seems pretty reasonable.
But then Works makes this one that isn't quite as, it does not have quite as much stuff to it, but Works is a more,
I really don't care about the bench this much. If you're into benches, great. But my question is, why don't you just go buy it for yourself? Do you feel guilty because you have a family?
Because I don't need it.
Do you feel guilty spending money on yourself?
I'll buy it when I need it. And when I need it, I'll probably need it.
You've just been talking to me for 10 minutes about it.
In the summertime.
So you must need it.
At the end of summer. I need it at the end of summer for what I'm working on. Not at the beginning of summer.
I think you're lying to yourself. I think you got other issues going on. I don't want you to go buy it.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a reason you don't just go buy
I
it.
don't want them to buy me one. I made the mistake of slipping up. I don't want them to buy me one. I don't want to buy one right now. I want to buy one in a couple months. I want to reserve the right to delay my Father's Day gift.
Okay. Let's see.
I mean, it comes out of my money anyways.
Only 10% of people want booze. Dads in this survey. So I guess your dad, you get him something. I'm going with the card. So the nice thing that Mother's Day is first. Gave her a card. So stepdad, you're getting a card
too. You've set the bar.
too.
Yeah, you've set the bar.
You're getting a card too. Easy.
That reminds me, I got some cards today.
Whoa!
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Jeff and Jeremy here saw this story and I thought, oh man, this really sucks. There was a guy that was working on his farm. Remember yesterday we talked about the guy that got stuck in the fan who was doing drugs and he stopped by a vineyard fan and he crawled in because he said he's an engine mechanic aficionado. This guy was just out working, fell in his manure tank and died. He got stuck in there, couldn't get out, and it was like quicksand. Remember Star Wars, the original? When they're in the garbage thing and they're sinking
the
and
walls
the
are
garbage
closing in on them? Yeah.
The garbage
That's fun.
monster and everything.
I like that.
Yeah, but this guy didn't have a garbage monster or walls closing in. He just sank until they found him dead in rotting cow crap.
That's the way to go, my friend. Don't you think?
It's probably the worst way to go.
Yeah, I'd rather spend 40 seconds in a whale's mouth, to be honest with you.
Yeah, right? I mean, there's plenty of ways to die. This has got to be... I mean, you could be on fire, you could drown, you could fall from a plane, or you could die in a vat of drown in cow crap.
When you're going through that process, how many times do you, you're going to die? There comes a time when you're going to die in that cow crap. And you've got to be like, what did I do, God? What did I do to deserve this?
If this was your brother, how would you say when people say, oh my God, what happened? He's so young. How'd he die? Would you say farming accident, or would you go all in and say he died in a vat of cow crap?
I'd probably be forthcoming. I'd probably really tell people.
Then you have to go into details.
Farming, I would say ag accident.
Oh, really? What happened? Did he get ran over by a tractor? There's those people, they have to know the details.
No.
I'd really not like to talk about it. It's really difficult still.
My friend Scott.
Piss off.
His father, he's a trust fund baby because his dad worked for the...
Because he got stuck in cow crap too?
No, he worked for utilities, and he was coming out of a manhole. And when he came out of the manhole, they didn't rope off the area very well. So when he opened up the manhole, he worked for the sewer company in Seattle. When he came up out of the manhole, car was coming.
Oh.
Decapitated him.
Jeez.
And
how old was Scott, your friend? How old was your friend?
He was a baby. He was like 2, so he didn't even know his dad.
Yeah,
which is
it's still also
terrible,
bad, but at least you have to go through that
existence.
Traumatic of losing somebody instantly like that.
Yeah, but it's still it's not fun.
So he got what, millions?
Nope. Nope, him and his sister got like $250,000.
That's it, huh?
Yeah, well,
Bet you it's worth
it was
more
a different
now.
time. I mean, that was in the late
80s,
70s, you know.
70s, yeah.
So different time. $250,000 was a lot.
The families decided not to release this man's name, so they don't have to say he died in cow poop. They could just say it was an ag incident.
Yeah,